Kirkland K. Runner Llewellyn. I'm here with Nikolai, another fellow artist, and we're conducting this interview. So, I guess we're gonna get right into it. So, first question is, what inspires you to be creative?
I don't ever remember a time when I wasn't creating something. I think I grew up as an only child, and I just had a lot of alone time, and a lot of alone time, and parents who were very much preoccupied with living their own lives. So I just lived in my own imaginary, went to places, I would write stuff and be all the characters in the plays, and I would do it, make up dances, and I made up a country and a language to go with it, a culture to go. I made maps and all kinds of stuff because I didn't have anyone to play with. So it just kind of started really early. I don't think I had any option. Yeah.
That's cool. That's dope though. At least you had that space and opportunity to be able to express yourself. A lot of people don't have that.
Yeah, and I think in a lot of ways I demanded it.
Right.
Especially when there was a pushback against creativity. I would do something and then parents would say this or teachers would say that, and I'd be like, no, absolutely not. You're not gonna tell me not to.
Right.
I'm gonna do this anyway. Why not?
Yeah.
And I think there have been times when I don't feel as creative. There are times when I get kind of bored with myself. But I guess that's just natural.
Yeah, I think it's I go through the same thing. We go through phases.
Yeah. Cycles and ups and downs, whatever. But I definitely think everything in my life has inspired me to be creative. I'm originally from Jamaica. There's just a wealth of knowledge and history and culture that I was always around, and that I think I inherited also creativity from my mom. My mom was a dancer, and I think it has just come out that way. It was always around me in that way. I was always curious about the world. I have a Russian name, but I'm not fucking Russian. So I had to go find stuff, and then from that I would make up plays about fleeing Mother Russia. When I was 8 years old, running around, I don't know. I feel like we live in a really fun time where we have access to so much information, so much beauty, so much horror, so much of everything.
Right.
I think I'm just a product of a change in technology where we are just always able to find a creative outlet. And like you said, some people don't have that, and that's why I think this is so important. Societies like this are so important. I went to school for dance and choreography and I wanted to emphasize the need for creative thinking in communities where people don't have access to that or aren't allowed it's not stressed. It's just you do that on your own time. Don't get that in public school, but the people who can't afford to put their kid in dance class. My parents couldn't afford it after a while.
Right.
So I just did it myself. You know what I mean? Or I'd watch YouTube videos or I'd watch it's just stuff. But that's why. But not I said. People don't have that leisure. Sometimes people gotta go to work at 16
right.
to help people out in their home, and they don't have time to reflect. They don't have time to be creative. Or on the flip side, because they have to work so hard, because life is so hard, they're constantly generating.
Right.
So, yeah.
Yeah, it does. No, it does. Then some. But it's good though. How do you think the Dreamer Society will not only benefit you, but people in general?
I feel like it would benefit people in general because people don't have the time to dedicate to art that they should. People don't think that they're artists. I think everybody has that gift, especially people with like disabilities or people who are just tossed into this bin of otherness. I feel like those are the kinds of people who have the most, or just not the most, but so much to contribute artistically to the world. I feel like it would benefit people to just, I think it would benefit the people in the society just to collaborate with people in a non-judgmental space, in a genuine space. And it would help just open up conversations about stuff. I remember when I was a little kid, we used to put on these performances at my school, and I was always dancing in them, you know, having time in my life. My stepdad was like, you're never gonna have anything like this again, right? It won't be the same. I was like, no, we're doing another one next year. And he's like, no, it won't be like this. It won't be this exact thing. I was like, no, we're doing another one next year. And I was like, so mad about it. And then he like had to get up and leave because he was like, oh my God, you're not saying anything. But it's like just what you hinted on before, is that people, you go to one spectacular, one time, and it can change your life. And it will only happen in that grain of sand of time. It's like, that's it. That's all you're gonna get. It's not gonna be duplicated. There's no copy of that DNA of that moment. It's just that. And that there have been times with me that have just been so arresting. Just be like, that's it. Like, I want that. And like, I don't even wanna think about it anymore. Because thinking about it means that like, I'm trying to resurrect it and it's already done.
Yeah.
That's like the ephemeral way of like dance. It's like the second you start a movement, it's already done. Because the past has already happened. So I feel like it'll be a way to shock people, to like charge them up also. And to me too, it was beneficial. This will be beneficial to me to like wake me up and to force me to be proactive about my art making and non-judgmental about it in my own self, to cut my ego in half and just be like, no, like who cares about how good it is or how bad it is or whatever the hell, right? Like just do it and make it, because there's probably somebody else out there that really needed it. And if anything, I needed it to, as a cathartic, like, outputting type of situation. I definitely think that this is gonna help me be more involved in my own world. I do sometimes think that I'm floating in the like idea bubbles, or just, and this is gonna make me just like concentrate it and bring it to the real world, to bring it to real people, actualize it. So.
Okay. So, just for our viewers that's watching the interview, let us know where we can find you on social media.
I'm on Facebook. On Facebook, I also have a YouTube channel.
What's your Facebook name?
Nikolai McKenzie, Nikolai, McKenzie, McKenzie. And I post a lot. I'm always posting stuff, like social justice stuff, like anthropological stuff, a lot of dance stuff, a lot of political things, a lot of cultural things, gender, like all the things that are important to me, that I'm still learning about, that I'm still challenging myself about and challenging other people about, racism, class inequality, all the stuff that we're dealing with right now, we have to deal with. Like, I make my Facebook page a place for people, because I have thousands of friends. Like, I'm not just on Facebook, but just I have met so many people throughout my life that are so divergent, and I've had people fight it out on one of my posts, just like fighting with each other, and then eventually they get it. Eventually down there,
like they finally get it
after
like 500 comments.
Eventually they've hashed it out, and then in my head I'm like, wow, these are two different people from different times of my life who are so different, like diametrically opposed in every single way, but yet I've done it for them. But just like, I found this thing that I thought was challenging to myself, and then I posted it, and these people are challenging each other, and that's what's really critically important to me. So there's that, and then there's I am building back up a YouTube channel. You can just look it up, my name, Nikolai McKenzie. I don't have very many videos out right now, but none that I would, none that I want you to see.
But more to come, though.
More to come, especially after meeting, such amazing creative people, and especially after moving to Philly and, just being around generative people.
Right.
There's that. I'm not on Twitter. I don't think I'm that important to have a Twitter or to have people always know what's going on. But
Right.
I think I have one, but I tweeted maybe like twice, like 5 years ago.
That's understandable. I think it happens to the best of us. Like, Twitter's like a whole lifestyle in itself. Almost.
Yeah, I don't have time. And then there's Facebook and Instagram. My name on Instagram is Nico Bandra, NIKOBANDRA, and I chose that because the name is because the word Bandra is a suffix in Hindi, and it means a harbor or like a door or like an opening. And I've always lived in a harbor town, like Kingston, Jamaica, Miami, Florida, Virginia Beach, Virginia, and then now here in Philadelphia, and in Richmond, Virginia, where I went to college to some extent. It's important. And I've always loved that those kinds of places bring in all kinds of people, and they're kind of sheltering, whether it be for good or for bad. There's always like something, like it's a container for people, and ideas and stuff like that. And I want to be that person. To like, not that I want to be like a house that people can come to and fight amongst themselves and beat each other up and then have some kind of understanding or not, or agree to disagree or whatever. I would rather be a harbor than a brick wall or like something that people can't really feel comfortable being themselves in. So look out for that. And that's my Instagram is really pretty funny. There's all kinds of
a lot of stuff up there.
Just like random, just like stuff, but it's not so random.
That's okay though, because it gives people more of a picture of who you are.
Yeah.
So
I live a very colorful life.
So you have it here. You know where to find them at on Facebook, Instagram, no Twitter. And you can also find Nikolai on the Dream Side page. So you'll find this interview, and you'll also find his links to his page. All right. So yeah, it's Kirkland K. Run Llewellyn, Nikolai. Peace.
Live long and prosper.